Hey everyone, happy holidays.
Good to see you again. It is the end of the year and we want to thank everyone who has been following us on both our blog and our YouTube channel. It's not huge, but it certainly has gotten much bigger since we started the first of the year. And we came down to the boat today to dry it off. You'll see some of that in one of our blogs here coming up. We've got, well, we need a new bimini. So we've got tubs everywhere that you'll see.
Yeah, we'll show you that.
Trying to keep it dry.
But it's a boat, it's going to get wet, right?
Yeah.
At least inside, it's nice and dry, and that's what's important. The outside, yeah, it's expected to be wet, so no big deal.
You know, we watch a lot of YouTubers, especially boaters, and, you know, they do so much boating. You know, they go on these Caribbean adventures, and they cross the Atlantic, and they visit the San Juan Islands, and, you know, we sat down and I said, gosh, did we really do much this year? And when we looked back, we actually had a pretty exciting year, I think, considering all things. I mean, we bought this boat in the snow.
Yeah?
It was a snowstorm and we made the announcement. We did a,
That's right.
We did a sea trial in February. I would never do that normally.
Right.
We've been through the locks here in Seattle 4 times. We've went through a stormy trip to Tacoma. We've been to Bremerton, Port Orchard,
Kingston.
We spent a lot of time doing a ton of projects on the boat. I mean, between the carpet, trying to fix the bimini, the snaps, the anchor chain. We learned how to anchor this year.
Yeah, first time.
So we did a lot of stuff, I think. We hauled out
twice
and had a bunch of work done on the boat. And we booked our trip to the BVI's, which is coming up in April, where we're chartering a bareboat catamaran power cat. So we're super excited.
Looking forward to that one.
So
That's gonna be fun.
I think actually for our first year owning this boat, we did a lot. So last night they had a holiday decorating thing, and Seattle had the most rain it's had in almost 20 years.
Yeah, we have a Pineapple Express coming up through the Hawaiian Islands, so it's just a river of rain that's hitting the Northwest right now.
Some cities are 3 feet underwater, and so we decided not to stay on the boat, even though our whole plan is take a really stormy night, windy, wet, rainy, and stay on the boat and see if we could live on it. But I kind of want to have a plan. You know, I want to make dinner and watch movies, and a Friday night at 7 o'clock isn't the time to do that. So
no, gotta plan ahead.
We'll do that coming up, hopefully in January after boat show, so probably February. And really get some use out of this boat. We're hoping to do some projects next year, if money allows. We need a new sink.
Isn't that the truth for every boat?
We need a new faucet, we need new carpet, and we need obviously a new bimini. And the bimini is definitely, as we're staying dry barely here, sitting here, because this is our top.
So why don't we just take a quick look down memory lane of what this year had in store for our happy day, as well as Scott and Allie. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. When 2019 started, we had no boat and we had no big plans to get another one. But as every boater out there knows, plans change. Just a month later, we found ourselves on a snowy day in Seattle making the announcement that we had made an offer on our happy day, a 2002 Bayliner 4087 aft cabin motor yacht. But before we could get the keys to the boat, we went on an epic trip with our friends Ben and Maria cruising the Leeward Islands on the Star Clipper. After hanging out in the Caribbean, Allie and I were excited to get home, take possession, and get to know the boat. There was so much to learn as everything was completely different than our first boat.
Well, let's hope it's our happy day, because we officially own it now. As soon as we took possession, the project list began to grow, and that started out with installing new cockpit carpet, then cleaning the bimini and fixing some snaps. Then we had to tackle with our holding tank, which we thought was leaking, and it turns out it's not. Thank God. We're just keeping an eye on it for now.
I got it.
We learned a lot this summer, and that included how to anchor. We haven't anchored overnight yet, but we do plan on doing that first part of this next year. When we hauled out in September, we had planned on doing some of the work ourselves, including bottom paint, but it ended up being way too big of a project, and we ended up hiring the boatyard to do the work for us. Not only did we work hard on the boat this summer, but we also were able to take some trips with family and friends. There's an old saying that says, if you don't own a boat, you should at least know someone that does. But we're glad that we own one so that we can share it with our family and friends and share this journey as we go along the way. Tune in to our next episode where we'll go over our boating resolutions for next year. Our plan is to spend more time with family and friends, visit new ports, and maybe do some upgrades on the boat and share those all with you. We wish you all a very happy new year, and we're excited to see where the next year will take us. Thank you for following us on our journey, and we look forward to seeing where we'll go next.
And we're back.
It was a fun year. So now the goal is to have even more fun next year. We do want to give a shout out to Norris, who is the editor of Northwest Yachting Magazine. They actually included us in their boating resolutions article, and talked about our blog, which was awesome.
BoatingJourney.com.
And one of the things that, besides our trip to the BVIs, that's a big one, we still are on a couple wait lists for liveaboards. Again, this was not the original boat, but if we use it temporarily to make the transition, we could probably figure something out. And the other thing I want to do next year is not only just boat more, but take about 10 days and really explore, go up north. This actual boat has been to Alaska twice. We're not going to go to Alaska, but maybe up to Canada. So, do something like a quick trip up to Roche that Scott's never been to. From there, we could anchor off of Susha and then maybe head up into the inlet a little bit for a few days and then come back.
So the San Juan Islands.
San Juan Islands, yeah, and head up to British Columbia. So that's kind of my big goal, is to really spend a good 10 days on the boat and really kind of make it what it's meant for. And this is definitely a longer range cruising boat. It just takes a while, because it takes about 10 hours to get here.
But it is much more comfortable than our other boat with the 32-foot cruiser.
Yeah.
So this is, I wouldn't even call it that one a cruiser. It's more of a sport coupe.
Yeah, it's a cruiser. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was a cruiser.
So
Allie says it was a cruiser.
So thanks again for following our journey. We hope to produce a lot more videos next year, really make them useful for you. As we figure out things like our holding tanks and our engines, we'll share those with you because we want them to be relevant, especially if you also own a Bayliner 4087. Hopefully we can uncover things that are useful.
So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and also the little bell so you can get notifications the next time we post videos. Also follow us on Instagram, our blog at boatingjourney.com, as well as our Facebook page at Boating Journey.
And Twitter. We also have a Patreon page, and we'd love it if you want to become a member. We're probably going to do some things even more special than what's listed on the tiers. So if you become a member, we'd love to invite you out onto the boat. And give you a tour, spend some time on it out, maybe cruising. So join today, and it would mean a lot to us. Happy holidays, and we hope you have a very happy new year.
Safe boating out there.
And we'll see you next year. Bye, everyone.